here and now today.
Yes, my friend, indeed, this is the moment. And I appreciate all of you for being here. You get a ring of the victory bell. And it's amazing that everybody is having such a fun time, especially after St. Patty's Day. I hope everybody is, recovering. And you know what else is also amazing? My next guest. Let me tell you all about her. She is an amazing person, Allison Taylor. She's known as the midwife, guiding women through the powerful threshold where the life they built no longer reflects who they're becoming. Blending neuroscience, nervous system regulation, somatic awareness, and deep identity work, she helps women unwind survival-based patterns and reclaim clarity, self-trust, and desire. Her work supports high-capacity women who have achieved much but feel called towards something deeper, more honest, and more fully their own. Rather than teaching them to fix themselves, Allison creates spaces where the body releases outdated conditioning and the truest version of self comes back online, allowing them to move from endurance and obligation into conscious creation. Oh, what a beautiful statement. So without any further delay, please welcome my new best friend, the super talented, super beautiful, the person who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, the one and only Allison Taylor. Welcome to the show, Allison. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for the invitation to have this conversation with you today.
It is my pleasure. And if you want to have pleasure today, make sure you click the link down below so that you can also leave comments on the live. So let's just dive right in, my friends. And so, Allison, you talk about an internal ceiling that capable women hit in their midlife. So what creates that ceiling, and how do they know that they're experiencing it?
Yeah, really great question. This is something that I've been working with for the past 10 years when I found myself in a place where I needed to grow, but I just I was stuck and I was just kept replaying these patterns after all these patterns. And so what I've identified is that we have this hidden ceiling after years of being very responsible and playing the game and checking all the boxes and those very traits that kept us or made us successful. Are the ones that are quietly limiting us as we grow older and as we identify that that life that we created may not be the one that fits us anymore. We became the ones that are dependable, highly emotionally aware. We're the ones that everybody could count on. We're the ones that hold everything together, that do all of the things. And those weren't necessarily flaws. Those are intelligent adaptations as we evolve and grow into our adulthood. And these adaptations help us to succeed. They help us to belong in community. They help us to build the life that we have, which is incredible. But there's a part of this. And so those same patterns that teach our system to be the strong one, those are also, that also means staying regulated, predictable, and contained. So when your life asks you to expand beyond what you're used to be bolder, to be more visible, to be more self-expressed, our system pulls us back towards that version of us that kept everything stable. It's like our old operating system. And so that's our ceiling. It's and it's invisible because once it worked, and then we're shocked when it doesn't work anymore.
And what's interesting is when we go into the neuroscience of why people have such a hard time changing and growing. Remember, change, growth is a type of change. Our brains have been trained over tens of thousands of years to stay safe by staying who we are. We're not going to go down the path, an unknown path where there might be a saber-toothed tiger is going to jump out and eat us. We're going to go through the safe path that we always know that works. And that's why it's so difficult for people to change. So how did you get into this kind of work? Like, why did you start this?
I was one of those people that checked all the boxes, and I created
Mm,
this
been there.
beautiful, beautiful life, right? And I but I was pushing so hard and I didn't know how else to function. I thought it was all about drive. You got to bleed for the company. And I bought that whole story and I burnt out and I hit the ground hard. I when I burnt out, I fell to the ground literally for 3 days and sobbed and cried. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? The self-flagellation came in, all the stories of everybody else can do this. Why can't you? And so
Right.
everything I teach, everything I guide women through, or men as
Mhm.
well, is something that I've lived through, I've learned, and I've created frameworks in and around. So it's all lived experience. And when I
Yep.
was coming out the other side of this, I recognized that I wasn't the only one. And to me, that was tragic,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
That we
Yep.
were all existing within these boxes and these cages of suffering. And I was in chronic pain. I was losing my hair. I was basically the walking poster child for disease. And
Mm.
so I needed to figure out a different way. I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know, you don't have a framework for this as you're growing up,
No, nobody
right?
does. Nobody does. Like, we're not taught this.
At all, at
Mm.
all. And so I needed to figure it out. And I explored, food as medicine, herbs as medicine. I went through the rabbit hole of, energy work and metaphysics and science. And so I've created this, I don't even know what to call it at this moment in time. I guess a framework in some way, shape, or form, a container for myself
Right.
where I'm able to adapt and morph and expand my capacity and expand my ability to observe and I'm at a loss for words and be able to witness myself in the
Right.
moment while I'm experiencing all of these different experiences of being human, right? We get to experience the width and the breadth of emotion, right? And
Yeah.
so the way that I look at it is that emotions aren't bad. I used to think so. I was the queen of suppression and repression until, all of the pockets that I stuffed it all down in, just they burst and they exploded everywhere. So this is what I help people navigate through is being able to witness that and explore what's happening with inside of us as data, as information. And
Right. Oh, that's great. That's great.
mhm.
So, you have a gift link that you wanted to share with everybody. So I want everybody to take a look at that. Please tell us, what are they going to get when they click on your link below?
Yeah, I believe that this was the 5-day self-love accelerator. And so one of the things that happens when we are coming out the other side, we're
Mm-hmm.
navigating who are we. And so this self-love accelerator, it's not your typical bubble baths and
Right.
um, lighting candles, which I love,
Right.
but it's helping you to be able to begin to identify actually who am I, and I'm worth spending that time on. And so it's to help people to be able to begin to navigate through those initial phases.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So thank you so much. So
Mhm.
right now, if you're getting amazing value, folks, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm so we can keep bringing experts like Allison onto the show. We're already at episode 512. I never thought we'd get past 100 episodes, and now in a short 3 years we've just exploded because we're sharing impact with everybody and showing that invisible disabilities are really hidden superpowers. And if I can face my fear of speaking on live video, all of you can change your life as well. And this is why we're here to show you by example, just inspire anyone out there. It just takes one person to be inspired that we can change the world. So click Allison's gift link down below. Make sure you grab it. And let's just keep going now. So, Allison, let's shift gears a little bit, talk a little bit more about, I would say that people join a person, not a business. So let's just get to know you as a person. This is some people call this a speed dating round, but for lack of a better term. But tell us a little bit more about like where did you grow up and how did you grow up?
Oh, amazing question. I grew up in Ontario, Canada.
Ah, nice.
Just outside of Ottawa in the Ottawa Valley.
Hmm.
I had a very large family. We always got together over the holidays. So it was always about connection and, community together as the family unit. My mother's family side, it was a family of immigrants. So I'm first generation Canadian. And it was such a
Mhm.
beautiful way to be able to experience like the old world and the new world. My
Yep.
father was also a country musician. So growing
Nice.
up, we were always surrounded by music and people
I always like music.
and festivals and celebration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And growing up, was there anything that sort of inspired you to become who you are now? Like, was it a favorite movie, a favorite book?
Oh gosh, there's so much. I think for one of the one that comes to mind is one of the things that we loved as children was to look through the photo albums. And there was a picture in there of one of my uncles with his, he was beside his fighter jet in his jumpsuit as a pilot.
Ooh,
And I think I was about 12 years old, and he inspired me to become a pilot. And so I
oh,
went through pilot training. And one of the things that did for me is that it really helped me to connect with, grand visions
yes.
and all of the beautiful things that can happen when we step into a place of courage and confidence
Mhm.
and be in pursuit of your dreams. And from there, I learned how when we let go of the
Mhm.
outcome and simply just take the next step, the stepping stones become available for us. And so that was my first kind of foray into, co-creating with, higher self, the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it. So that's,
Got it.
I'd say that would be one of the first pieces that I remember.
Excellent, excellent. Do you have a favorite quote that helps to kind of guide you?
Oh gosh, yes. It's actually in the signature of my emails. It's one from Albert Einstein, and it says, "The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are all permitted to remain children all our lives." And so, to me, that is it's just that exploration of being in awe and wonder and
Yes.
curiosity and open to possibility, and that's what that always reminds me of.
You said the pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of wonder,
I
right?
love that. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Very nice. I remember one of the funniest things, one of the ironic truths I remember hearing from Einstein all the time is like, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it,
Mm.
right? And so I tell this to my children all the time, and they just look at me with like a twisted eye and like a side eye. They're like, "Dad, what are you talking about?" And I said, because if you can't explain it, you don't quite get it yet. So
Yeah.
s- simplify it down. I was doing this on a client coaching last night. Somebody was telling me their pitch, and I was helping them to build out their lead magnet. And I said, "All right, imagine I'm an 8-year-old, and I said, 'Hello, Auntie. Give me, what do you do? What's the purpose? What's the benefit? And what's the end result?'" Took a bunch of tries to figure it out. And I said, "See, that's what you need to do. You need to simplify." And truly, it's what
Yes.
happens. So now you must have a lot of fun, especially like we're immigrants. I was born in India and raised here in the US. Music must have been a big part of your lives. What is your favorite kind of music?
I I have a large range of music.
Yep.
So that could be I like, I wouldn't say like death metal, but like harder music to
Yes.
classical to jazz. I love old school jazz. If I was to pick a favorite song, it would be probably Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. It just brings me so much joy.
Oh yeah.
But it's a wide range of music flavors.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's funny. As I've evolved over the time, I remember being younger and like somewhere in like high school, like I fell in love with Broadway because
Mm,
that is one of those things where music I could cover up my speech disability, and
right.
um and so I got really good at singing, and so for me it was like Phantom of the Opera, Les Miserables, Miss Saigon. Oh my God, beautiful! And then around that time too, Disney started coming out with these very great musical movies. Aladdin, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, all just and beautiful music that accompanied these
Mm,
animated movies, which I thought was like the heyday of their animation and music symbiosis. Um, but as I've evolved too, I got into, gosh, I think my college years was all techno, and then it was like grunge, and
right.
then it was, well, actually now they call it EDM, I guess, right? So
Yes.
and so So when I tell my son, I was like, oh, he like EDM. I'm like, really? I liked it at your age too.
Right?
Yeah. It's so funny to see how the cycle continues.
Absolutely.
But
I find the same with my son as well. He loves all of the very similar music that my husband and I would have grown up through, like the 90s.
oh, it's wonderful.
As well.
So tell me, what's a fun fact about you that maybe people don't know?
Fun fact about me. I think a lot of my followers know this already, but I think one of the ones that stand out right now are I love to foster dogs, rescues. And the last one that we fostered, she came to us very, very pregnant. And 2 days after she came to our house, she gave birth to 11 puppies, and just into the hallway right next to me. And so it was an absolutely incredible experience. And if anybody can to foster a dog, I would implore you to do so. They're very much in need. But that's probably one of my favorite things, is to be able to bring them.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm going to give you a victory bell for that, because that's so cute.
Thank you.
It's adorable.
That's a whole other episode around that story.
Yes, it does. Because like that reminds me of like when I took the children when they were younger, we watched 101 Dalmatians, and just thinking like, what do you do once you get past like 3, 5, 10 puppies? You're like, wait, 100? What are you talking about? That's crazy. But yeah. So I couldn't imagine having that many pets. It would just take over your whole life. So
it was amazing.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on here. We're almost done here in this section. But what? If someone had to say what is your favorite food, what would you say?
Tacos.
Tacos, really? I love it.
Yeah, my husband and I, we had the good fortune.
There's no hesitation on that either.
What's that?
There's no hesitation. You're like, nope. Boom, tacos.
Nope, none at all. Yeah, we had a chance to go to Mexico this time last year, and I ate them every single day.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Actually, you know what's funny? Last night, my wife, she just made Mexican pizza. So we just had that last night. So I completely am in alignment with you. So hang on right there. Hello, Taco Bell. Yeah. No, actually, no. Okay. Let me call Dos Gringos. Okay, Dos Gringos. Yes. So there's this little place near us. They have the best tacos, and there are two guys who grew up in Mexico, came over there, and now they actually run the place, and they got the best Mexican food. Yes, chef. Yes, I need to put as many tacos as you can in on a pallet and bring it to the green room. Stat. Thank you. All right. So totally real call, and we're gonna get you set up in the green room for you. So before we switch gears, I just want to ask you one more question. Like, what do you want people to recall about you?
Oh, there's so many things rushing through my head with that question. I think for me, like, not so much that is it inspiration is maybe the right word. I guess that it's possible, right? To be able to coming from a place where it feels so dense and so heavy, right? And that you're in pain physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You feel like you're broken, but you're not. And there is a way out of that, and that's also what I help people do. And so it's definitely possible. Yeah. And just be in a space of possibilities and curiosity.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. So, folks, there it is. I'm going to give her a victory bell for that. And there's Allison's gift over here down again. Make sure you grab it before it disappears. And if you're on the podcast, it'll be in the show notes. If you're on YouTube, it'll be in one of these banners over here. You're a smart audience. I believe in you. You will find it. So we're going to send Allison to the green room. And man, I'm getting jealous now. She gets all those tacos. I hope she saves me some. And as you all know, if we want to start changing your life, you want to start making waves, there's something else you got to do first. You got to make a big splash.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So in today's segment of 60-second mind shift, I want to ask you something. Allison said something about sometimes people don't know that they need to change. Sometimes they get stuck into that feeling of where they are. Like, as you all know from my book, Unbox Me Today, we talk about breaking through that box of fear that a lot of us are programmed into. Yes, we're programmed into it. So sort of like a computer, your brain is a computer. It's being programmed daily through social media, through your coworkers, through friends, through education, through your financial situation. Sometimes the stress of getting our work done is causing us to act in ways that maybe we don't really want to be. So how do we do that? Well, first thing is you got to learn to become uncomfortable. Yes, and that's one of those hardest things that we can do. Because remember, I was talking earlier about your brain is programmed genetically to try to keep you safe. So that means it wants to keep you in the same place. You have to break through that instinctual response and become uncomfortable. Because once you break out of that box of fear and get uncomfortable, on the other side of that uncomfortable zone, that's where your greatest successes lies. Because your uncomfortable zone, that's your growth zone. Think about it. In any sport, now, whether you're doing push-ups, sit-ups, shooting basketball, you have to run track, you have to do karate, you have to punch the bag. Don't you have to sweat in order to improve? Most sports you do, right? And so that means you're being uncomfortable, you're in a growth zone. So that's all it is. Think of it as your uncomfortable zone as your growth zone, and all of a sudden you'll start to realize that's where you want to be. So you can keep on stretching and keep becoming the next version of you. All right, so let's bring Allison back and let's see how much she liked those tacos and see if she saved me any. So Allison, welcome back. How were they?
They were delicious.
Oh, good. Anything left?
Sorry, no.
No.
No, it's a free for all when it comes to
I'll just order more. It's okay. I have a good like a relationship with the chef. Like we'll get more later. All right, so Allison, what did you think? What's your biggest takeaway from that 60-second mind shift, and what would you add to it?
That is a really, really great question. What would I add to that? What was my takeaway? I agree with you. And I also would add on there, when we're looking at that fear piece and that growth edge, to bring your awareness to the inside of your body, and just begin to notice what's happening. And then you can start to notice where that automatic response is happening, that starts to shut you down from taking that next step and dipping that toe into, crossing that threshold of your comfort zone. That would be my biggest addition to that.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for that. You get a victory bell for that. Very insightful. Now, Allison, we're almost at time. I want to ask you one more question before we go. And before we do that, also don't forget, there's Allison's gift link below. Make sure that you grab that. And if you've not done so yet, I have a little surprise for all of you as well. On my new website that I just launched this year, you can look at professionalspeaker.us, and on the top right, there is a speaker authority score tool you can use. So you can answer the 12 questions and it tells you how is your speaker authority. And if you want to learn how to improve it, connect with me today and there'll be links there for you. All right, so there it is. Let's finish up the show. I got one more question for you. If someone were to give you $100 million, what is your grand vision to change the world?
I'm actually hosting a summit towards the end of May, and the way that it's formatted, my grand vision is to be able to bring this and make it bigger. And so it encompasses everything that I do with people. I take people on an experiential journey so that they can learn and understand and activate their who they are. We go through an excavation and of all the limitations and the beliefs and the patterns that we hold on to, and then we go through a calibration to find your own true signal and your voice outside of all that distortion. And then what is that next version of you that you want to call in? And so it can be simple. It doesn't need to be hard. And as human beings, we overcomplicate things often. And so I'd love to be able to bring this experience out to the world and just show people that it doesn't need to be doesn't need to take 10 years. Like it's it for me.
That's right. Don't wait. Don't wait to be better. You know,
Don't
just do it
wait.
now. Don't wait.
Live
Don't wait.
the life that you want now.
Who told you got to wait? You know, be impatient. It's okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Allison, you've been a wonderful guest. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate it.
My fans and followers out there, thank you so much for making this show what it is. It's exploded over the past 3 years. I mean, 500 plus interviews in only 3 years. Thank you so much for being part of this journey and helping me to overcome my fear of speaking on live video. And yes, just think about anybody out there that has an invisible disability. They actually have a hidden superpower. So for those that want to connect with me, you saw my website. There it is, aprofessionalspeaker.us. Let me know if you have an event or a community that you'd like to speak to explain those amazing gifts that I share now. And because I'm no longer afraid of my voice. So thank you so much, Allison. Once again, kudos and keep doing the great works that you're doing. This is Coach Raja. As always, don't fake it till you make it, believe it and become it. And we'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye. All right, Allison, great job. We've got 3 quick questions for you, and then we're out of here. Number 1, you could have chosen any podcast or show out there, thousands of them, right? So why'd you pick mine? Why me?
Well, we met. I think it was in the Speakers Need to Speak. It was a networking event, and I adored you. I love. Well, I feel like we're almost kind of like kindred spirits, right? Like we have like a similar sense of humor. We like to have fun. We like to. We also want to create a large ripple, a tsunami, if you will, in the world. And we're not here to play small anymore. So I think that's one of the things that I really admired about you. And so that's. I love it.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. And question 2: what was your biggest takeaway from the show today?
I think for me, it really spoke to, as I mentioned to you when we first started this, is that this is one of my first interviews and like official capacity interviews. And it's just constantly taking those steps towards your big vision. And it's kind of like what I alluded to earlier. It's just that when you say yes, the path begins to open up for you, and the people that you need to have in your life, they appear, and you did. So thank you. And it just really reaffirmed that for me. Thank you. My pleasure. And just go out there and keep saying yes, because I can feel your energy through this. I can see how heartfelt you are with what you want to do and how you want to uplift people. So keep doing it. Don't let anybody ever tell you no. And if you get no, say, okay, next person, and just move on. Just move on. Keep on going. And last question, before we hop off here, holding hands, singing Kumbaya, like Into the Sunset. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's stage? 10.
Beautiful. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, not even a question.
Big deal for that. All right, beautiful. All right, podcast crew, you know what to do from here. And all my fans, friends, and followers, thank you so much. I love you all. You're the ones that make this possible. So, keep on being you and keep on changing the world. See you later.